Happy Saturday, everybody! Welcome to a very typical, very gloomy and kind of moody autumn West Coast Vancouver kind of day. I do have the windows open. I'm just testing out the new vlog cam, which is an Osmo Pocket. I just got it not so long ago, and I thought, what a more perfect opportunity to test it by doing a what I eat in a day. And I'm also planning to head out to eat at some point so I can actually take this out and about on a city run and see how it goes. One of the things I really try to start tweaking in my YouTube blogging life with work so busy is to try and find ways to create content more seamlessly and easier for myself as well, right? Vancouver is not like a big, blogging or YouTube kind of community per se. So like having a big gadget camera out while you're walking around town is very, very awkward. So I hope this little thing will do me well and do exactly what it's supposed to do. All the settings are on auto right now, and of course, like I said, I have the window open. I just want to test the audio quality in like a regular, authentic space and see how it sounds. So you guys let me know in the intro. Anyway, it is a what I eat in a day, but I think breakfast is going to be pretty simple. I'm planning on making just a fruity breakfast smoothie kind of deal because I gotta get some meal prep done. I've started moving my meal prep to Saturdays instead of Sunday, so I can have Sunday just all free and to do like whatever I like without having too many like big things to get done. But Saturday today is going to be full and packed. However, before I feed myself, I gotta go and feed my plants outside because they definitely need some watering. So let's go. Okay, I realize that the camera is propped up in a really weird position, so I'm just gonna crouch and talk to you like this. I've got the stuff set up for my smoothie. It's now like another half hour past because I had to call my mom, and when moms call you, I'd be like, "How are you? I miss you. Call me back." I gotta call her back. All right, so our breakfast. I've got some milk. My preferred brand is definitely Dairyland. If you are local, you might have a preference about your milk, but this is certainly mine. I always get the Dairyland full fat, I think it's called. I guess technically it's 3.25 homogenized milk, but it's essentially the, grocery store equivalent of full fat milk. And then I've got some bananas. I like my bananas super ripe. I think I'm going to use one for the smoothie today and then freeze the rest for future smoothies. I've got some frozen strawberries from the summertime when they were like good and on sale. I've got a little yogurt, just some regular vanilla yogurt. And I'm going to put in like a little scoop of protein powder. I don't love the way protein powder tastes, but because I have some other stuff to do this morning, I need just to be a little bit fuller than a regular, nothing kind of smoothie. So I'm going to put a little bit of this Lean Fit. It's called Complete Green Organic Protein. It's plant-based protein. And it's available at Costco, among other places. You can probably get it online as well. I'm not super familiar with proteins, and I don't like the taste of most of them, to be honest. But a friend of mine tried this and said it was the best tasting, in her opinion, out of a whole bunch of others. I'm also going to show you what I usually use to make my smoothies, which is my Ninja. So I have the big system that comes with a couple of these cups along with a prep bowl. I actually bought it before I moved when it was a really good deal. I was like stocking up on appliances and stuff, and I'm so glad that I did because I actually use this machine super duper often. So I'm going to use the Ninja, and then I do want to let you know, if you own the Ninja and see this blade over here, it has a rubber gasket all the way inside. If your cup or your blade or something is smelling really funky, it is likely because there is food stuck on the inside or in between the gasket. And I did not realize this for a month or two, and I was really meticulous about washing this. So by the time I figured out, it was a little too late. Even though I washed and washed, I couldn't get a lot of the staining off. But now every time that I use it, I do just put a little piece of string right here and then I put the rubber thing back in the ditch. So then after I use it every time, I can just use a string to pull it out and wash the rubber piece, as well as try to wash inside the ditch. So that seemed to have eliminated the smell that was accumulating from the food getting stuck in around the ridges. All right, let's go and make my morning smoothie. All right, so smoothie is sorted in my favorite grumpy but gorgeous mug. I ended up adding just a little touch of raw honey to it just to make it a smidge sweeter, even though the protein powder is vanilla flavored and all of that. I mean, it tastes okay. I can kind of taste the protein powder, but I'm not super mad about it. I find that with protein powders in general, if you put it into a blend that's not like super frozen, super duper cold, it mixes a little bit better. When I have something that's so cold, like all the fruits are frozen, the dairy and stuff like that, it doesn't blend in and disappear quite as well. This is okay, just a little bit cold. So now while I eat or drink this, I'm actually going to meal prep some soup. I'm going to make some butternut squash and yam soup just for the week as my meal prep. I'm actually going to do it outside, out on the balcony, and just take my Instant Pot outside. I'll show you bits and pieces of it, even though I'm not actually eating it today. I thought you might be interested, and I'll catch you in a little bit. Hi, welcome back. So the soup is now outside in the Instant Pot cooking away. I want to wait for that to kind of for the pressure to come up and just for it to be done, and I'm going to release it before I go head out, because I want to go and I think run to Uniqlo to check out if they have any fall and winter stuff in yet. It seems like they do by the looks of it on their website, but I think maybe that might be another micro video within this video, and I'll just like separate the clips. But for now, since I've had my smoothie, I still want to have something a bit more solid in my stomach before I go outside and while I wait for my soup to be done. I have some leftover just white jasmine rice. I am a bit of a picky eater when it comes to rice. My rice needs to be fresh realistically. If it's more than a day old, then I'll just like cook it up with fried rice or something like that. I don't like just eating it by itself solo. The texture is just not great, you know, all that stuff. I'm gonna put 1 egg in my fried rice. I'm gonna put some spring onions in my fried rice, and then this might be interesting to some of you. I'm gonna put, I think, some lard in my rice as well. Yes, you can use vegetable oil and all that stuff, but I just kind of like this. It gives a particular flavor, but the lard only tastes good when, you know, the rice is hot and stuff like that. And this is, of course, just rendered pork fat, homemade by mom. I can make it too, but because of like the apartment kitchen and the fact that fumes go everywhere, it's not great to render lard in a small apartment, of course. So I'm gonna get cooking on that. I'll show you what it looks like in the wok, and I'm gonna eat it and think head out to Uniqlo. The world's smallest bowl of fried rice is now cooked. I'm just gonna eat this up right now. I just heard the Instapot beep, so that means it's ready. The 20 minutes is done. Here's a look at my rice. I actually don't know if the pocket cam focuses very well. We'll have to find out in playback. Nothing like just super simple fried rice, loads of spring onion. I think that makes a real difference. I put the spring onion in the beginning to fry it up with the lard, and then some additional spring onion right at the end to mix it up. It adds like a particular type of flavor between when you fry it into the oil and the fats and when you sprinkle it on fresh. So this is breakfast and sneaking into lunch, but I think when I come back from the mall, I'm still going to have some proper lunch or a late lunch. So good. And I just got back inside the apartment after going to Uniqlo. I did vlog all of that, so there will be a change room try on from Uniqlo, mostly about knitwear, coming up sometime soon. I don't know which one of these videos will be out first. Regardless, we are now back home and I need to get some food in my stomach, so I'll be heading out in a little bit again. I don't think I'll have time to cook what I originally intended to eat, which is just some leftover corn on the cob in the fridge. But instead of that, I thought I would just cook some 饺子. So these are flash frozen. They are fully cooked, so you do just need to kind of heat them up, and I like to brown them in the skillet as well. These are the jumbo vegetable and chicken 饺子. They're labeling as dumplings. You could call them pierogies, but I'm very particular, so we're gonna just call them 饺子 for what they are. I'm gonna cook up some of these, and then I think to make myself feel a little less guilty, because I think tonight will just be like carbs and protein, I'm gonna go and have an apple along with my 饺子, and I think that'll be it. Let's go cook some of these. Lunch is ready. I like my 饺子 super crispy, so I tend to go like double side crisp. You know what I mean? Not just the bottom, but like all the sides if I can. I've just got a little bit of soy sauce in my plate here. I'm gonna have this. Actually, let me show you what the inside of the 饺子 looks like if you've never had these before. So you can eat them with a bit of zhejiang vinegar or soy sauce, or both, or nothing. They're so crispy. And then the inside just looks like that. And again, this is the vegetable and chicken filled one. You can probably get ones that are like beef or just complete vegetable or vegetarian ones. They don't have to be filled with meat or anything like that if you are a vegetarian. I just like that these are so easy. So hot. And you can get ones that are fully cooked or ones that have the raw filling. I prefer the fully cooked, so it's easier to heat up. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I also have one apple here. This is, I mean, it is apple season right now. I think these are jazz apples. Not really sure what they are. I prefer Fuji apples, but because they come from China, they're usually not very fresh. But that is my favorite type of apple. Other than that, I like Gala apples as well. Sometimes I'll have ambrosia apples, but jazz apples are a new discovery for me. So I'm gonna eat, and I will, I think next time we see each other, be out and about and having dinner. back home. It is quite late now and I'm feeling tired and ready for bed. I went out for ramen and then had some Taiwanese fruit tea, which is great. I did take the Osmo vlog cam out, but the lighting was kind of funky in, those places, especially when you're eating out at nighttime. And the music was so loud. I don't understand why you need such loud music when you're trying to relax and have a nice dinner and stuff like that. Regardless, the meal was fine. It was just like a little bit like that. They had Korean dubstep playing at the ramen shop. I had to question that a little bit. Regardless, I hope that you had fun hanging out with me today. I did put up a poll on Instagram just asking you guys what kind of format you would like to see. Something like what I ate in the day, whether you want me to talk through it, very casual, vlog style and kind of chatty like I'm doing in this episode, or you prefer for like a voiceover or like whatever that you want, because there's lots of different ways to do this. And I think next time I may try something a little different. We'll see. This is more also just to test my Osmo Pocket Cam and just see what kind of footage I can get, because this thing is really cute and super easy to take around, so I feel pretty good about that. All right, I am going to sign off and head off to bed. I did actually buy two things. Actually, before I go, I bought two things at the Japanese convenience store downtown on Robson. I can't quite recall what the name of the shop is, but if you live around there or here and you're local, you'll know what it is. It's right beside, it's after you go past all the shopping on Robson and you go to all the food places. There's a little Japanese convenience store and they sell lots of things. I bought some Japanese matcha powder. I've been looking at people making matcha lattes and stuff like that, so I'm going to give it a try myself. So I got a little jar of matcha powder, and then they also had some soybean paste on sale. So I got some of this as well, fermented soybean paste. Actually, I think the white type is non-fermented and red is fermented. I'm not quite sure. Regardless, go in the fridge, go in my latte tomorrow morning. I will see you guys next time. Have an awesome day wherever that you are and take care. Bye guys.